Yo, 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 welcome to another edition of Geeky Bros React.
This is Big Geek Umar.
And I know my name, Darcy, unlike this guy here.
You caught me off guard. I thought you were going to go first.
Yeah, you gotta have fun with it. Sorry, shaky cam there.
Fair enough. So we just came out of watching The Marvels. So we're going to be giving you another out-of-theater reaction. So, bro, what did you think? Like a rating and also like general thoughts, spoiler-free.
6 out of 10 on the rating for me. It's an enjoyable film, not a great film, not a good film, but an enjoyable film. And what I mean by that is the superheroism part of it, like the effects and all that stuff, they're all great. It's just, for me personally, I'm kind of like, I feel like I've seen this stuff a lot. It was a fast-paced movie, like it wasn't like long and whatnot. I got it. I just made my hand slippery. But the problem is for me is like it was fast-paced. I never really got into it. I never felt like the stakes in any of the fights. It's just more CGI, everything you've seen before. The best part of the film was actually the dynamic between the three, and this is going to be weird to say, but I came out, Kamala Khan, like the actress there, number one, awesome.
Stole the show.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually ended up liking Brie Larson second in the film, which was weird for me because I'm not a big fan. But she did give a sincere performance. There was some stuff that like didn't land for me. I didn't feel very emotional. Like they was trying to be emotional. I think I had to do with the editing. Like they didn't set me up to enjoy the moment. They're just like, hey, we're gonna be emotional now. I'm like, wait,
there was a lot of exposition.
Yeah, but like there was exposition that sometimes comes so fast you didn't get a moment for it. Versus there was like a moment that involved like Rambo's past that I actually got a little teary from. But then there was another moment they tried to do something else for Carol Danvers, and I was like, bruh, like you need to ease into that. Like you need to give me a second. You just came off one thing right into the next thing. I had no time. But overall, that part was enjoyable. But on the superhero heroism part, the stakes just weren't there, and the villain was meh. Like the villain is super forgettable. Okay, I
already forgot about her, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the film, they started like saying her name extremely articulately, and I was like, "Who are they talking about? Oh, that's the villain? Oh, my bad. I had no. I guess I should have picked up on that earlier." So yeah, that gives you a sense. But anyways, what do you think?
So for me, I would give it a 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, I can't really argue too much with what Darcy was saying. Like, I found it a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. This is a fun film. It's funny too. Kamal Khan, Iman Vellani, Ms. Marvel steals the show. Oddly enough, so do her family did.
Yeah, good point.
Nick Fury is like pure jokes, but at the same time, he's not like doesn't do anything. He still does shit. So like, it's better than Secret Invasion, Nick Fury.
Yeah, but it's not OG Nick Fury.
It's not OG Nick Fury. I will also say that like the villain almost doesn't make sense, and this is also forgettable. Like, stuff happens with the villain that you're just like, oh, okay, so is that it? Did they win? And then like, no, we got to do something else. I'm like, they do? And also, a lot of the conflict is kind of just like a lot of it's just like it feels like there are parts of movies kind of put together, and like it's a short but sweet movie, but at the same time, that's also a negative because they didn't like sit with anything. So like I will say that I had a lot of fun, but because the humor was so good and like the chemistry with the cast was so great. I will say there are some random moments that happen that you just kind of go with and you'll have a good time. Mid-credit scene, you got to wait for.
Oh yeah, everything after the movie ends, there's like two scenes, the immediate one and then a later one.
Yeah.
Absolutely must sit around to watch them.
So I will say that I enjoyed the film. I would watch it again. Definitely has some issues, but we'll talk about that later. Yeah. But yeah, 6.5, 6 seems about fair.
Yeah. And for that like last post-credit scene, not giving any spoiler about it, but it's one of the biggest ones ever And it's one of like, if you're like, oh, do I want to wait? Yeah, you want to wait on this one. And totally random, and this is only for a select group of people to understand, but there is a scene in this movie that is better than Aladdin. And for those who understand when they see this scene, you'll get it. And for the rest of y'all, you'll be like, what was he talking about?
I think they'll be able to figure it out once they watch it.
Yeah, there's a very Aladdin-like scene. Okay, just put it that way. But yeah, that's it for today.
All right, so we'll see you guys. We're on this week, but we will be on hopefully next week, if not 2 weeks from now.
All right.
So until then,
Peace.